This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
When you love riding a motorcycle, you want to ride it everywhere, even to a physical.
Let's check your weight. Hop on the scale. Look at that. You're down a few pounds.
Oh, yeah. Must be the new carbon fiber wheels.
And when you love saving money, you want to save even more. That's why Geico makes it easy to bundle your motorcycle and car insurance.
I'm going to prescribe 91 octane for your engine knock, and we'll want to see you again in 3,000 miles.
Kickstart your savings with Geico Motorcycle. Bundle and save on the things you love.
Bob and Tom comedy bits? Check. Willie Griswold? Check. Jess Hooker? Check. Jessica Alsman? Check. It's the Bits and Pieces Podcast.
Welcome to Bits and Pieces. I'm Willie Griswold. This is the podcast where we revisit our favorite Bob and Tom bits. I'm joined by Jessica Alsman and Jessica Hooker and Jason. We're talking Valentine's Day. Alsy, do you like Valentine's Day? Are you a Valentine's Day gal?
I love Valentine's Day. Why? Because of the candy. But the secret is to go to the store on February 15th to get all the Valentine's Day candy on discount. I look forward to it every year.
I know guys complain about it. I love Valentine's Day. It's such a fun day.
It is.
You get to go. Do you know what Valentine's Day is for me? You get to go on 2 dates and get really good food. And I did breakfast and lunch dates last year for Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Mwah.
With different people?
Yes, with different people. No, I did. I had the main girl. No, I did. I was dating someone. We're not anymore, but she was lovely, and we had a lovely breakfast and a lovely lunch.
Oh, that's
because I had to do stand-up and stuff at night.
Okay.
So it was just like, I got to get French toast, got to get a little coffee in the a.m.
Yeah.
And then we went to this place. I got a peanut butter and jelly cocktail with like egg whites. It was delicious.
Oh, you know what? You don't even have to be in a relationship to enjoy Valentine's Day, though.
I would say, what I'm hearing is Willie was really excited about the food.
Yeah.
And this girl who was lovely. But the drink I had.
No, I did say she was lovely. And I did enjoy having her company, of course.
Right.
But I love food. It's food. Jason was right.
It's the food.
Okay, Jess, what about you? You're a big food person like me.
Yeah. So on Valentine's Day, it's how can we make everything red and pink at our house? So, and I just do it. It's just the kids and I, and we celebrate that way. Yeah.
Did you ever send your kids gifts at school? Because that was a whole to-do back in the day. You have something in the office to pick up, and people would have to go pick up things.
Yeah, and then our school stopped letting us do that.
Boo.
Because there's lots of kids who didn't get things whose parents didn't love them as much as I loved my kids. So
I think that might have happened mid-high school. My mom would send me something. My cousin owned a balloon shop and flower shop or whatever. So every year my mom would send me like a teddy bear with balloons, real obnoxious, and it'd be like Happy Valentine's Day, love, like Adam Sandler, love Matthew Perry. Every year it'd be a different like crush I had.
Oh, that's cute.
Ewan McGregor. I think she even did... Not to be political. I think she just did George Bush to be funny.
That's a good one. That's good.
Oh my gosh, the commander-in-chief.
I was like, how did he know? Well, I guess everyone knows.
He does look good in the leather jacket. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, at our school, we did big Valentine's Day things where everybody got everyone something. And one year I got in trouble because I didn't label them for anybody.
Yeah.
Like they were just like, well, who's for who? And I was like, I don't know. My dad, we had to get 62 of these. We got 62 for the class. We're going to put them in. I don't know who they're for. And then another year... this one girl who I had a huge crush on, and I ended up dating her in high school. She, in 4th grade, she got me a Valentine's Day, like a special treat. She got everyone a small thing, but then she got me a chocolate-covered Rice Krispie treat. And I remember this other guy that also had a crush on her was like, oh, really? You think you're special? Cassidy gave, well, she also gave me a chocolate-covered Rice Krispie treat, so... And he was lying, I found out. I know. Isn't that crazy?
You did give the guy you liked something special.
He got something extra.
Yeah. Like 2 suckers instead of 1.
Yeah, you always
hoping he would notice.
Yeah.
And then he still noticed your friend because she was pretty and didn't act like a boy and try to tackle people and touch football at recess. But that's fine.
Well, before Jessica gets any more specific about this person, let's get into our first bit. It's Who Likes Candy Hearts?
Frigamall Industries presents James Earl Jones with the inspirational reading, Candy Heart Wisdom. Yes, those little candy hearts with loving messages. Now, interpreted by James Earl Jones.
Be mine. Looking good.
Messages your loved ones will cherish for years to come. Candy heart wisdom.
Hot stuff. You are hot.
The greatest words of all time are here. This charming audio collection will make a wonderful gift for...
It burns when I pee. Blow this out your keister.
Excuse me, Mr. Jones. You seem to be veering off of the script. Why don't you just read the candy heart messages made with the initials?
Oh, for the illiterate hillbillies out there. The letter U followed by the letter R followed by the word cute. You are cute. Here's one they'll understand. Letter R, letter U. Are you a cop?
So why wait? Order your copy of Candy Heart Wisdom today.
Be my skanky whore. Eat and die.
It's sort of funny because it talks about like letter B, letter U, or whatever, and now that is so commonplace just because of text speak.
Yeah.
Now no one would bat an eye at anything like that.
No, that's the original text. Yeah, is the candy hearts. And I saw where Hershey Kisses is doing something similar on their Valentine Kisses on the bottom, on the foil.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not imprinted on the actual chocolate, it's only on the foil?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So unless you know, you're not going to really see it because you peel it from the top down, right?
Well, yeah, you grab the paper and pull.
Yeah.
I mean, I immediately just like wad it up. Next. So I don't think I ever looked at the wrapper.
You guys don't do multiples at a time so that you can like just enjoy and not have to unwrap between each?
How on earth would I have that much foresight? How could I know?
I know, that's really smart.
I was talking to Chick and Josh off mic yesterday. Trader Joe's, this grocery store, they have these, you know, like the Reese's Cups, and then there's Reese's Cup Minis, and the Reese's Minis, they come with a little piece of paper on the outside, and you have to take that off, similar to the Hershey's Kiss.
Yep.
You have to take it off before you can eat it. They sell these Minis Reese's, and you guys, there's no paper. I didn't realize how much work that paper did to stop me from eating. I can throw this thing back in half a minute.
And they come in a deli container. Yeah, they're amazing. And actually, just, side note, this is the fourth time I've heard Willie mention these peanut butter cups.
It's because I have a problem. And if I don't talk about it, I'm not going to get any better.
So I should not recommend the actual best peanut butter cups on the planet to you.
Are you good? Can I guess?
Yeah.
Justin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I like those a little bit. I am kind of white trash in the way that for me, peanut butter cheaper is always better.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The Justin can get a little oily. I'm sort of a fan of it, but for me, Jif sits on top of the peanut butter pyramid. I mean, no one's even close to what the great people at Jif are doing.
See, the dark chocolate Justins, there is no better.
I would agree with that.
No better.
You know what, Jess? The other night, I ran out of my Jif, and I used the peanut butter that you got me for Christmas. You got all of us honey peanut butter. What was it?
From the farmer's market, yep.
Mm-hmm. It is delicious.
It is good, and there's 3 ingredients in it, Willie. That's all you need for good peanut butter.
Sorry, we don't have time to rattle them off. But,
yeah, we don't have time for those 3.
For those 3.
I was just doing a little bit of that, and then a little bit of jelly in a spoon, peanut butter jelly sandwich in my mouth. Delicious.
Without the bread.
Yeah, I have that jar of peanut butter in my console at all times.
In your car console?
Yeah, just in case I get hungry while I'm driving.
I had some comic friends. They used to keep peanut butter on their bedside table.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my God. Okay, well, this next bit, we were going to play it for the Kristi Lee episode. We didn't because we thought she might be a little embarrassed. But this is a Kristi Lee song.
Oh, I'm so tired. I gotta get some sleep.
Walking down the aisle, but she hadn't tied the knot in quite a while. So one day me Mr. Kristi Lee. You know she was married 3 times before, and I'm proud to be husband number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Husband number 4. We had a real good time on a wedding night. Husband number 4. You can bet your ass she wasn't wearing white.
Oh my God, this is my worst nightmare. This cannot be happening. Did I get drunk in Vegas?
I played bass guitar in a rock and roll band. Last year I only cleared about $7,000. I sit on the couch and watch porn all day, and Kristi cooks my dinner wearing lingerie. I use her credit card at the liquor store. Man, it's good to be husband number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Husband number 4. I'm so glad Kristi said I do. Husband number 4. She comes with health insurance too.
Well, at least I get to come.
Husband number 4. I'm the luckiest man alive. You know I've got it made. At least until she meets husband number 5. Can we get a credit card with my name on it?
Will you get a real job, honey?
Husband number 4. My favorite thing this show does, they take a silly idea, they take something that doesn't sound like it's fully baked or fully produced, and they produce the hell out of it.
Yeah, they do.
They get a blues guitarist, they get 2 singers. I love it.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Jason, you and I are the only ones that have been married in here, right?
As far as I know.
Yeah. Anybody? You guys been married?
Nope.
Okay, just
Not at
checking.
all.
Just checking. Just checking. Sometimes people get married and then they get divorced within months, and you never know.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people that I didn't know were married before. I just found out that somebody down the hall was married before they were married to the person, and I thought they've been married to that person their whole life.
I'm not pointing any fingers here, but I don't think I'm ever going to get married. And also,
Too stressful.
I'm not pointing any fingers because I don't have 6 fingers on one hand to point where everyone sits in this room. I know marriage can be real tough.
Yeah, you sound like my son. He said that. He was like, would you be upset if I didn't get married? No, I would not be upset at all.
I love it when 17-year-olds make life decisions.
Oh my gosh! And well, because
wait 2 years and we'll see.
Wait 2 weeks.
That's,
and we'll see.
That's true. That's true. And but I did tell my kids up until recently, really, and that it's actually illegal to get married until you're 30. Told him that forever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Max, I asked Max, I go, when did you stop believing it? And he goes, I don't know. Somehow I kind of just feel like I always will believe it.
That's so funny.
Yes.
And I imagine him hearing that other people got married at 25, and he's like, well, they were in California, and it's state by state. So.
Now, did you hear the harmonica in that?
I did hear the harmonica. Is that?
And all I could think of was Tom got on the phone and had a first call harmonica guy. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Lady, perhaps, but yeah. That's why I was like, who is that guy? I wonder.
Yeah.
And my apologies. I actually called Alan Johnson, our guy over at the Static Shack, and said, hey, do you know who sang the song Husband Number 4? And he goes, man, I don't know. If you play it for me, I will. I said, well, I was driving. I'll do it in the morning, and I forgot to do it. So,
man, I could not. I can't place that at all.
I think it was Becky Kavoyan singing backup.
Oh, okay.
There's a female voice in there, and I thought I recognized it, but I'm not certain.
The lead, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like Bob. I don't know if Bob's in there, but at least Tom and Chick are the 1, 2,
3.
Yeah.
And that part was great.
Yeah, that's fun.
They're really singing.
Yeah,
it's like how we try to do in the AAA read, but we never get it right.
I love it when they harmonize. I'm like, can you guys do Billy Joel longest time, please?
It's great. It's like really lovely and fun. And then hats off to Kristi for being able to take a damn joke. Mm-hmm. You would never hear that song about my dad. Ever. You would never hear who's going to be the lady for kid number 8. You would never
He'd probably have to pay
that.
rights if he did.
Although Pat Godwin has gotten away with a few things in the last couple of years.
That is true. Them all, and when you hear it on the air, you're like, oh, God.
Well, and his friend Mark called him late last year that got a little traction?
3 Mom Tom. And then Pat and I wrote a song about it. And
that's right, yes.
I believe that song will never see the light of day ever again.
Yeah, that was a one-timer?
I think so. I asked my dad about it. He goes, "What are you talking about? I never even remembered that. I must have blacked it all out." No, I'm kidding.
We can do a whole episode here on things Tom doesn't want us to play.
Yeah, I don't think he would want us to do that. Speaking of that, some people don't want flowers this Valentine's Day.
Has this ever happened to you?
Good morning, honey.
Good morning, baby.
You know, I was thinking, we've been dating a while and everything feels so right. What do you say we get married? Here, I bought you an engagement ring.
Oh, Roger, it's beautiful. I'd love to marry you. There's something bothering me, though.
Really? What's that?
Well, for the past few days, I've had this burning sensation in my, private area.
A burning sensation?
Uh-huh.
I was kind of afraid of that. I think that might be my fault.
What do you mean?
Well, remember last week when I went on that business trip to Chicago? It's the darndest thing. I had way too many gin and tonics at the hotel bar, and I wound up sleeping with a prostitute.
A prostitute?
Yeah, more of a crack whore, really. The thing is, I didn't use a condom, and it turns out she gave me a dose of the clap, and I guess I gave it to you. Isn't that funny?
What?
Oh, don't worry. A little penicillin, and you'll be as good as new. Oh, you might want to pick up some for your sister, too.
You slept with my sister?
Well, there wasn't much sleeping, actually.
You bastard! Get out of here!
But what about the wedding?
There isn't going to be any wedding.
Can I have my engagement ring back then? It was a little pricey.
Wow. You gave your fiancée a sexually transmitted disease, and she's really ticked off. That's why you should give us a call. We're STD Florists.
You gave your girlfriend a pussy rash. Better spend a little cash. Send her flowers right away. It's the sorry I gave you the clap bouquet. STD Florists.
And remember, mention Bob and Tom when you order and receive a free I gave you chlamydia, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt iron-on decal. STD Florists. When it comes to flower delivery, we're the best there is. Warts and all.
STD Florists.
I just can't imagine my dad, whoever it is, just pushing a button and going to some lovely, lovely, talented singers. Mm-hmm. I need you to really hit the S in STD Florist. It sounds like you're saying FTD Florist.
Yeah.
It's real silly.
And then Jess yelled out something she misheard.
Oh, I go, did they say?
Yeah.
Sheep rash? Is that it?
I also thought that was what they said.
And I go, wait, did they say that? And Jason's like, no, it's
pussy
rash. And I'm like, well, I don't know if that's any better.
I don't know if it's any better. It'll be funny to see which of this conversation survives the edit. It'll be funny what we're allowed to say.
Did you enjoy the players? There was Dave Dugan as the guy.
Yes, I thought it was Salgy at first because it's that straight man voice, but that is Dugan. You're right.
Dugan. Yeah. And the lady?
I couldn't tell.
Jess Hooker.
Oh, of course it was. Of course it was. I absolutely knew. I was.
That's a very young Jess Hooker. Yeah, I was really pumped about that bit because Dave Dugan is a voice legend.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I didn't know who. Many times we record these things and we don't know who's on the other end. And when I heard it was Dave, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was so pumped.
And you got to do it over at the Shack.
I did get to do it at the Shack too.
Oh,
yeah,
you feel so fancy. Like, look at all this mahogany.
I know. There was. Oh my gosh, there was for that album. I was on that one, or I recorded two things. One was for an album, and that I don't know if that was on an album, but
yeah, STD Force, I believe.
Yeah. And so I did the two voices, and Tom coached me through the other one. And this is back in the day when I didn't talk to Tom ever.
Sure.
Like, it was just like, yes, sir, and like, not sir, but yes, like, and moving on, like, no eye contact, nothing. Now, I will just come in here guns blazing and just start talking to him. But there's a time, like, you just don't talk to Tom.
Yeah.
And it's not for any other reason other than you're just young and you're new and
it's freaking Tom.
Yeah, and you've wanted this job your entire life, like all these things. Like Jason and I have talked about this. We all have that Tom moment, that threshold that you walk through and you're like, okay, well, I can breathe around him now. We're good. And he coached me through this, and I was not at that moment yet. And so I was just nervous. And the more he coached me, the more nervous I got, and it was awful. And I left there feeling horrible about it. And then when the album came out, he had replaced it and had another woman do the voice
other
completely.
bit? Oh my gosh, we have to find that out.
Wait, really?
Yes. And then I cried because I was like, I was that bad that he replaced me completely.
Well, this one was so great. There's a line in there where you say, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
And
yeah.
wow, is that real?
And he does a great job. The way that Dave hits it, he lands right in that sort of straight man area, and then he just goes, "Well, she was more of a crack whore."
Yeah, and his voice saying "crack whore" is just funny. That's just funny.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Because he's saying it with a smile on his face.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you, if you know Dave Dugan, or if you ever meet him, and we actually are able to shake hands someday, softest handshake on the planet.
Oh. I'm glad you said shake.
Shake.
I was going to say
hand shake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just was like,
your hand melts into his hand. You just want to keep it there. It's this warm.
Oh, it's nice.
It's super soft. Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna he moisturizes. I didn't know.
Might.
He doesn't do limp noodle shake.
No limp noodle.
No, and it's not even. It's that strong. It's just.
It's friendly.
Delightful.
It's friendly.
He lets you know that he's there.
Yeah.
You can really feel the other end of that.
A handshake, when you master a handshake, which is really important, I think. Well, it used to be before a year ago. It used to be really important. But I always do the handshake and then the hand on top of the handshake, just to let you know that I'm here.
Really?
We're bros. Yeah.
If someone did that to me, I'd go, "Relax, buddy. How about just a regular handshake?"
If I did it to you, what would you do?
Oh, I think it's lovely because you're a lovely person.
See, there you go.
But if it was some kind of some bro guy kind of leaning in, I'd go, let's stick. This isn't a two-handed sword, buddy. This isn't a katana. This is a knife. This is a one-handed.
So 2 years ago, would you have done a bro, the bro hug with me?
Come in.
In college, everybody did the thing where you sort of slap hands together and then you kind of point your fingers in and then you go out into a fist bump.
Yeah.
I was a lot of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I started doing comedy in Chicago, I very quickly realized that everyone shakes hands like adults.
Right.
Like when you meet people.
Right.
So I was very much into the habit of shaking everyone's hand whenever I saw them.
Yeah.
But I haven't shaken anyone's hand in, months.
Yeah. Huh.
It's weird.
That's really sad. That just really made me sad about Valentine's Day. What are you going to do on Valentine's Day, Willie?
I don't know. It'll be tough. So, how am I going to, just to think, I used to show love and I used to shake hands with my father. And now he can't even show love at the way that he likes to. No, I'll have a fun Valentine's Day.
Yeah?
I'm working, so,
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, I made it so I had to. Well, let's get into this next one. This is yet another Spit Take Theater production.
Hello and welcome to Spit Take Theater. This week's Spit Take Theater presentation, Saint Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, dear.
Oh, and a happy Valentine's Day to you too, dear.
Let's try some of the champagne. It looks delicious.
Oh, this looks so nice. Let me just a little glass. Oh.
And I wanted to make a toast to you, but this may not be the right time. But I need to confess something. Yeah, I this may not be the right time, but I got to tell you, I've been sleeping with your sister.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry, honey. Wow. I just needed to get that out.
Well, actually, I've got something to tell you as well. I have been too.
This has been Spit Take Theater. Join us next week for another edition of Spit Take Theater.
Wow. Well, that took a nasty twist.
So we should mention we have this weird rule on the show. Whenever we play one bit that that talks about someone sleeping with another person's sister, we have to play another bit right after, back to back.
Right.
You noticed it.
It's the sleeping with sisters rule. After this, we're playing that. Oh, what's the song? I love your nieces to pieces. That song. We got a few things in the arsenal that talk about sleeping with a sister.
Oh, that's funny. I don't think I have ever heard that. Yeah,
good.
That was a new one for me.
That's
Pat
always
Carlini.
Fun. Pat Carlini is the little lady there. Yeah, with Dino.
Yeah, that's fun. And it doesn't matter the first time you hear a Spit Take Theater. You're never prepared. You're never prepared.
Yeah. Never know which way it's going to go.
Nope.
Well, and this one obviously had a double dip, if you will. And I happened to look at Willie on the second one, and his head popped up, and his eyes got big, and just a little smirk. He was like, "Did they really do that?"
Well, it's great. It's the same punchline function as I never liked Mother. You're shocked, and then you don't like her. You've eaten 3 servings. Right. It's a turn into the second turn. It's great. You flip the pancake, and then you're right back to the first side again. I love it.
I don't know. I always wonder, like, where did this theme come from of someone sleeping with their sister?
Man, there's a huge incest category in porn now.
Yeah, there is. It's sort of a trope.
It's crazy. And you're like, what?
And then I saw last night, I guess during an episode of The Bachelor recently, they said, "Are you an older woman looking to date and still dating?" So I guess they're doing the older bachelor for people that are, seniors almost. And what I thought was funny, there's an old 30 Rock joke where they'd go, "Coming up this summer, it's MILF Island. We have 8 MILFs and 1 boy," whatever the joke was. But it's just something that was so crazy that it was used as a fake TV show, as an example in a TV show.
Yeah.
And now they're making the fake TV show.
Yeah. Oh
It
my
is
gosh.
wild.
Well, that's like this show has basically brought up silly stuff, and they've basically done it.
Hot dog water.
Hot dog water, yes.
Captain Obvious, a blatant ripoff of Mr. Obvious. When can we shut this down?
I really, honestly, and it could just be, I really don't think that Captain Obvious is a ripoff of Mr. Obvious.
I don't think so either.
I just don't.
It was such an. It's always been an insult.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
they made him a captain. Captain of what?
It's weird that he's called Captain Obvious because there's a John Mayer song. In the song "My Stupid Mouth,"
Oh, I love that song.
at the end of the song, he goes, "So call me Captain Obvious."
Yep.
And I'm wondering, is that an expression? So call me Captain Obvious?
It's always been Mr., I thought.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know, but the way that he just puts that in, it's just so awkward. And then it's like a John Mayer song.
That song is wildly specific, so it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many.
Yeah, My Stupid
specific-
Mouth. I
yeah.
mean, but the album that was on won a Grammy. There is a Grammy-winning album with the phrase Captain Obvious in it. That's just kind of odd.
And maybe that's why they're doing Captain, because we kind of own Mr.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And speaking of Mr. Obvious, we don't have a Mr. Obvious bit we're going to play. But as I was putting together the roster of potential bits, there is a Mr. Obvious Valentine's Day. It's 7 minutes long.
Oh man,
why? Why would anyone do that, Dean? Why would you do that?
I need to go find it. And I need to actually listen to it.
Okay,
I'm like 7 minutes. I'm not putting us through that.
Huh?
Unless it's got a really good payoff.
Is there a Mrs. Obvious?
This is podcast listening, though. So people got the time.
Yeah, and maybe it's
you don't want to cut it short at like 31.
The caller. It's his first time calling.
Yeah.
So, they probably have an issue. They just got to get through, and it took 7 minutes.
By the way, this morning, my dad was saying some story that Josh found boring, and then Josh just goes, "Hey, how about you save it for bits and pieces?" So now, when someone's saying something that is too behind the scenes that Josh wants to make fun of, he will say, "Why don't you save it for bits and pieces?" And I got such a kick out of it. I was laughing.
Funny. I heard you reference bits and pieces the other day when your dad was like, "I hate behind the scenes things. I hate that. I hate when you reveal the magic and the trick and all of this." And you're like, "So you really hate bits and pieces?" And he was like, "Well, I don't even think he answered you or acknowledged you."
Oh, this was on the air?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that might have led to, Kristi, what else is going on today?
Yeah.
I think that might have been one of those famous
Yeah.
transactions.
Yeah.
Transitions. Speaking of famous transitions, here is Billy Mazing with a Valentine's Day product.
Hi, fellas. That's right, guys. I'm talking directly to you. Billy Mazing here again with more of my amazing Valentine's Day gift ideas. Your gal has big expectations for an expensive Valentine's night out on the town, right? Well, I'm here to solve that problem and save you big money at the same time. Wow. With my revolutionary Billy Mazing simulated chocolate box. My handcrafted heart-shaped box of chocolates. And the goodies inside look and taste just like world-class Swiss chocolate. chocolates, but they're actually military issue, high potency, uber laxatives, just like the kind they use at Gitmo. We call it the Amazing Hershey Blaster Pack. Just think, fellas, you can make all sorts of plans for a spectacular and costly evening out. A lobster dinner, a Broadway show, a private concert from Michael Bublé. And guess what? You won't have to deliver on any of it because she'll be locked in the bathroom about to launch. She'll be grateful to you for planning such a magical evening, and then you get to ditch her and go to your pal's house. Order now the Billy Mason Simulated Chocolate Box Hershey Blaster Pack. Just $59.95. And tell her don't wear white. I'm Billy Mason.
Don't wear white.
The sound effect to peel out and go to your buddy's house. Like, it's just...
It's very Homer-esque.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, with all that butt stuff going on, that's got to be my dad. He's got to be the Michelangelo behind that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was called a blaster pack.
Oh my
That's
God.
totally Tom.
Gosh, he does love a good butt joke, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah.
And that Tom's taking it back to the butt.
Yeah, that was fun. That was I didn't know anything about that. Was that just debuted last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like something like that's been around a little while.
Yeah.
But it definitely, and Dean added a little something recently to something.
Yeah.
Didn't he? I think. Yeah, I'd have to go look that up. But
that's funny.
It's real silly stuff.
I do love chocolates, though. If there's anything that I enjoy about Valentine's Day, is give me a nice little Whitman sampler, if you will. Love all the little chocolates. What's in it? Who knows?
Yeah, I just ordered some heart-shaped candy boxes to have here on Friday, so everybody can get
nice.
Get a little
fun.
taste.
Yeah.
I like to treat this place like I'm the room mom, and we celebrate everything a little bit, and we have a nice. I know.
I love that.
It's awesome.
Oh no, she does. She's yelling at us to clean up our messes. It's kind of a little ridiculous. It's a little far at times.
Yeah. I remember the year. I think it was after a Valentine's Day party. And Max was like, "Can you not be room mom anymore?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can do it." But I remember one time. Did you guys ever play the game where you take your elbows and you pass an orange?
Yes.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I didn't know what the game was called, so I called it Oranges and Elbows. And one of the moms was like, "This sounds like a different game. It's like something in a-holes."
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, not
I know
at all.
suck and blow, but
No,
not
so
the...
it's not a game. It's like a phrase or something, like everything was A's and a-holes and elbows. Like it was. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like
No, not
like
at
it's
all.
almost like it's like what we say hot mess for now. Like everything was a wreck.
I'm up to my
Yes. Yeah. It was like that. And I realized like, oh my gosh, that's why that sounded familiar. That is not the name of this game.
I just thought it sounded like apples and oranges, elbows and oranges.
Okay, good. And I hope everybody else other than the crazy parent that helped me that day was in there. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Oranges and Elbows has a nice alliteration. I love it.
I thought it, and the kids
Yeah.
enjoyed it. They had to pass, like, we did groups of 5, and you pass the orange with your elbows, and we did a race that way.
I've also played it where you have the orange like in your neck, like wedged between your chin.
Little too intimate for 5th graders.
Well, no. One time we were playing that, and it was my mom, and one of my friends like connected the end, and I was like, "Oh no! My friend is going to motorboat my mom! No! Mommy, stop! Mommy, no!" Yeah, had to change the game.
That sounds like what is it? The minute to win it games.
Yeah.
Is that kind of? That sounds like those kind of things.
Yeah, similar to that.
Those minute to win it game, man. I had to do the one where you got a chocolate chip cookie on your forehead, and you have to shimmy it down your face.
I got pretty good at that.
Minute to win it at my old summer camp. That was sort of like, you know how people say, when the teacher brings a movie in, that was like Hangover Day.
Yes,
it wasn't Hangover Day. But just sort of playing minute to win it games, that meant like, okay, we did not want to set up cones to play a big game of flag football.
Right.
We're being lazy. I would just go to Dollar General and get some cookies and ping pong balls, whatever.
Yeah.
Minute to win at night, we're going to be a little lazy.
We're going to be a little lazy.
Willie, how would you feel if you went on a date with a gal and she's like, "Hey, I have these minute to win it games that we're going to play together"? Would that be a cool date?
Yeah.
I think I would end up getting weirdly competitive about it. I don't think I'd be putting my best foot forward.
But you'd want to play. You'd be like, exciting.
I would want to play, but then I think like I'd be in some sort of race and I'd like accidentally elbow her.
Yeah.
And then she would, try to like she'd try to like fix her boo-boo essentially, whatever, and I'd be like, ha, you're going to lose. I just sprint by her.
I think a little competitiveness, if the other person is competitive too, might create a connection.
It's hot.
It
definitely is.
I went on a date a few weeks ago and we got hummus for the table. I got like some hummus because I was like trying to be like a, presenting sort of healthy, not a big gross kind of thing.
That's good.
And then after we like had a beer and got to know each other a little better, I was like, can we get a plate of wings for the table, please?
Yeah.
Buffalo wings, extra ranch, please, and thank you.
Yeah, hummus is a good appetizer, buffer type. Like, okay, what am I dealing with here?
But then we ran out of pita. We ran out of pita and celery sticks, and then it's just a bunch of raw cauliflower on a plate. And I'm like, I'm not going to lie to you on this date. I'm not going to just lie right to your face and eat raw cauliflower.
I'm not going to start this relationship.
If that came out on the table during a date, I'd be like, I don't know what to do with this. What is hummus? I don't know. I don't even know what to do with that.
Jess, are you being serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say we melted about a half a dozen marshmallows.
Right.
How about that?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
And we
Sweet
got
potato chips.
Oh.
In that like marshmallow cream.
Do you eat that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Did you say sweet
potato chips?
Yeah, I have some of those.
Or you can do sweet potato fries. And I've been somewhere where they did the sweet potato fries, crinkle cut, and they basically will not sprinkle, but it's almost like a pour over the marshmallow glaze, like fancy looking, and then put brown sugar on it, almost like you get a baked sweet potato, loaded. With all the goodness.
I've never put marshmallows on sweet potatoes. I don't know.
A place, and I can't think where it was, but it was crinkled sweet potato fries, and they gave you a cup of basically warm marshmallow stuff, and that was your dip.
So good.
All right.
Good,
You're welcome.
I cannot recall where it was, though.
What is your best Valentine's Day gift that you ever received or gave? I'll say give or receive.
I have a really good give one.
Okay,
I have
let's hear
a
it.
really good one.
Okay.
Back when I was living in Boulder, me and this girl on our first date, we went to Vail just for the day, and we were walking around, like looking at all the shops and stuff, and then this is like, you're going to hear this and be like, oh my gosh, Willie, you are a good guy. We passed this jewelry store, this like local small jewelry store that's been there forever. And then she was like, oh my gosh, my dad got my mom something from that jewelry store like right when they started dating. I've never seen it in person. That's so cool. And then I like made a little mental note of it.
Good job.
And then in between January and Valentine's Day, I went there and I got her... It was like our school mascot, the buffalo.
Yeah.
I got her like a buffalo from that store.
Stop.
Really stellar stuff. Really killed it that year.
And she was grateful, I hope.
Super grateful. Yeah.
Good.
It's rare to find a guy that listens and pays attention. You know what I mean?
It was literally one of those things where, as it happened in my head, I was like, "You have an opportunity here. do not mess this up."
Osmond, were you talking? I heard your voice. But
Jess, what was your best give or receive?
I can't think of anything.
No?
Is that bad?
No.
He's gotten me jewelry before on Valentine's Day, but it's more like we're just gift givers all year long.
Oh, that's nice. I'm for that. A random gift is always, that's nice too. Yeah. Yeah, not just on the day. What about you, Jason?
Well, I prescribe to, I don't give flowers on Valentine's Day.
No.
It's too predictable, lame.
Why?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, I got flowers a couple weeks ago. Put it that way.
Good job.
She didn't expect that. I think, and this is really cheesy, but I think I have it on my computer. I have to pull it up. But I think like we've been together a long time. So I think the 20th Valentine's Day, I wrote out like 20 things that I love about her kind of thing.
That's nice.
I don't remember what any of them are.
Right.
But they felt pretty
moment.
real at the time.
Yes.
So I think that was one of my better
You can't
ones.
name one still? You're like, I don't know.
I could, but it's all...
They were all X-rated.
Yeah, very, very X-rated.
Can I tell you guys something funny? My mom turned 58 last week.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
for her birthday, my sister sent an email to all of us kids, and she was like, hey, we're going to give her 58 things we love about her. We're typing them up. And I sent back like 3 in the group chat really fast. And she goes, no, you need to edit them in this document. And then she sent it. I requested permission, and then I forgot. I forgot to send them. And so my brother said they had to pick up all the slack for me. I felt like such a bad kid.
Maybe one of them copied and pasted for you.
Yeah.
Helped you out.
Did they have an extra column of who wrote it down?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine just like on the back, you just flip it over in very small print?
There's
Like
no
the Greg
Willie
Warren
here.
bit, about gift giving. Like, this is the percentage. We're going to break it down in a pie chart so you know exactly which kid contributed the most. I love that.
All right, you got to answer too, Jess.
You've given something so thoughtful.
Oh yeah, but you know what?
Exhaustingly thoughtful.
Exhausting.
Also, and it's I always personally knock it out of the park. But my story is the Valentine's Day. We were out to dinner, and who I was with, we were talking, and I said, "Man, I think it's so lame to propose on Valentine's Day." And so the proposal happened on February 15th.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that was my first marriage and my first divorce. So so that was I did that.
So what day would be lame to propose a divorce?
Well,
Cinco de Mayo, maybe?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
all messed up on tequila and Corona. I don't love this anymore. I'm done with it. I'm not having any fun.
Although, unless you want the divorce, then you're like, thank you, celebrate, margaritas.
I wonder if people do propose or not. I mean, do present divorce papers like on Valentine's Day. Could you imagine?
Yeah. Is there a thought about, well, it's not a good day. It's a birthday month. Maybe I'll wait a month. There could be weird things like that, right?
Yeah, you're getting divorced. Are you really considering the other person's feelings at that point?
You never know.
Maybe
Unless you both know you want a divorce,
Right.
and you're like, happy Valentine's.
High five.
Yeah.
5 years, good run. I'm out.
5 years, good run. I'm out. Okay, well, dating can be tough. Let's get into our last bit. Dating is tough. It's a deep cut from the Screen Doors crew.
Hey, Bob and Tom dudes, it's Matt from Screen Doors. Excellent. Hey, working at Ferglers is such a joke, The other day, Jason and I were messing around on the internet and found Mr. Fergler's pathetic dating interview. Oh, God. Well, I downloaded the audio so you dudes can hear some of it. This is fantastic. Prepare yourself, man, because you're going to be royally disappointed.
Hi, I'm Ernie Fergler. Store manager and owner of Fergler's Hardware. I've been in hardware for 35 years, and as you would expect, I'm kind of handy.
Yeah, right.
Whether it's pounding the old hammer or just operating a jack, I just love life.
How lame.
So I like a woman with a fat cookbook to make meals, and I like a woman with a good sense of humor. And
Fergler eats
and if the woman would like to have somebody that's handy, well, I can do whatever. Oh, and I should mention that we have a good supply of popcorn.
Who cares?
If you like popcorn, I've got a lot of that. Well, I'm Ernie Fergler. Thanks. Hope to meet you.
God, pretty bad, huh? Well, we know this guy, Tim, back in lawn care, who said he could spice it up to help Mr. Fergler get a date. Like he needs one badly. I'm pretty sure this is going to do the trick. Let us know if you like it. Enjoy, dudes.
Hi, I'm Ernie Fergler.
He's bad boy Ernie Fergler.
Store manager and owner of Fergler's Hardware. And as you would expect, I'm kind of handy.
Loves his tools.
Whether it's pounding the old hammer or operating a jack.
Likes to get jacked.
I just love life. I'm all sweaty and hot.
Kinky.
I love to eat.
All night long.
I eat out all the time.
Insatiable.
So I like a woman fat with a, good sense of humor, and I love the little doggy style. And if the woman would like to, well, I can do whatever.
He won't say no.
Whether it's, driving nails or laying pipe.
Dirty Sanchez.
I can do that too. Oh, and I should mention that we have a good supply of meat.
Are you hungry for some Ernie?
I've got a lot of that. Well, I'm Ernie Fergler. Thanks. Hope to you.
Are you hungry for some Ernie?
My absolute favorite is whenever Tim Denniston's voice, that booming voice, comes in on an Ernie Fergler bit. I love it so much. Brings me joy.
Can you do it? can you do the cool radio voice?
He's Ernie Furgler. Not really.
That was really good.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have one, Hooker?
No.
You don't?
I mean, I don't know. No, I don't want to.
We'll leave it to the professionals.
Leave it to the professionals.
Tim's great, and we'll do a whole episode on Fergus one of these days.
Yay.
Yeah.
I always think Tim Denniston was like, okay, there are just a couple of people in the building that there was a guy that was a salesman, and we said dances when he walks, because he would just like he just, whenever he walked, it was like he was doing a little dance. And it was
little
like
rhythm.
No, but he was awful. So you'd be like, calm down. But Tim Denniston was just like I always think smooth operator. Like he was just like, he kind of just floated and walked, and there wasn't like, everything was smooth. It's just like his voice, like exactly how you would picture him as a human is how he was, like in his voice too.
He
just
is the
chill.
reason I'm even here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
He taught announcing at AU, at Anderson University, Mr. Denniston, and I heard his voice. And I'm like, that's the Q95 voice guy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Soothing voice too. I was so excited to be in that class, and then he brought me in to be an intern for production. So it's the only reason I got to be in the building.
That's
or had the balls, I guess, to ask somebody to come in the building.
Yeah, and I would. He was so cool and so nice. And where is he now?
He's up in South Bend.
Oh, okay.
He's on the air and does some other things, but you still hear him every day at the end of a break when it goes to. Hey, it's the track phone hotline.
Yeah.
He does. You'll hear his voice probably once, if not twice an hour.
Yeah. And right now he's pushing VD weekend with on
24/7.
24/7.
Okay.
Yeah, this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kept saying VD, and I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that something we do every year?
Spread the VD love.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't listen.
That's how
I'm listening to the Big Show all the time.
Right,
so
right.
That's all I have.
Yeah. So when I listen in the morning, I listen on the Apple TV.
Oh, so then you can get.
Yes.
So during the commercials, you're getting Bob and Tom content.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Getcha.
Halsey, when this guy was your teacher, did he use the voice like? Make sure this weekend you read chapter 6.
When he talks, it's just naturally deep and like has like that perfect. When you hear radio voice and you're faking it, but he doesn't fake it. It's just his voice, but he didn't do the booming on purpose, I guess. And sometimes I'd fall asleep in his class, but it was right after lunch, and his voice is so perfect that I was like,
I get that.
But it fits him too because he's a tall,
very tall,
bigger, athletic guy. He plays tennis, but he's
really
kind of like
tall.
I don't know, linebacker-ish type.
Like broad
I'd
shoulders.
say a basketball player, maybe.
I would go basketball
Smiths?
or even a swimmer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen that guy
talked
play.
about Tim's body, so
yeah, I know.
I used to have lunch with him about once a year when I'd go up to South Bend, but it's been a couple years.
Yeah.
So,
he stopped after you described his body. I'm just gonna be real weird because he was my teacher first.
Do you guys think that, like when you hear Chick use his broadcast voice or you hear Kristi do it, it's just like, are you serious? You guys don't do that. Or do you think they always sound like broadcast ready? I mean, Kristi does because she reads the news legit. But like with Chick, do you think that even when we're just talking in the hall that he sounds like a radio professional?
Oh, yeah. When he does a straight...
Hold on, let me take out the word professional. Just like a radio personality.
Like a person, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, you mean in the hall?
Like like if you heard him at the grocery store, like I think that we're probably sensitive to it, but when you hear someone in public and you're like, I always will be like, you have a great voice. You have a great voice. No,
I'm with you. I understand where you're going with it. Like when you're at a meal with him and he orders,
right?
It doesn't sound like a radio guy doing it.
It doesn't. Yeah, but I don't know if it's because we're all so close to him that we like know.
He kind of raises it up an octave when he talks to people. I feel like
a teddy bear.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have the.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating here,
Yeah.
but I think he goes up a little bit.
He does that when he gets angry too.
Oh,
You're right.
Like a grizzly bear.
His voice goes up.
Because Chick Charles Manson is up here. I ordered an orange soda like 10 minutes ago. Manson and Mr. O sound pretty similar.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
yes.
that's not fake.
Well, and especially with these three fellows, with Josh, with Chick, with my dad, their broadcast voice and their regular speaking voice are so close to each other. It's not that big of a difference.
That's true. That's true.
Like
Did you?
Josh doesn't have a higher pitch.
No, he doesn't.
Tom does.
Yeah.
Tom can at times.
Yeah, Tom can for sure.
Especially when he's laughing in that certain way. And it's
I really do enjoy that
Yeah,
laugh.
it's so high.
I do. I enjoy the laugh before the punchline, like when he gets really excited.
Oh, when he's tickled and it hasn't come out yet.
Yes, and then if he pushes away from the desk, from the board, oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite things. Yeah.
And now he does this thing where he just stares at me, and I'm going, don't bring me into this. You just made fun of Pat. You called Josh fat. Don't look at me for approval. What the hell is that?
Well, he's looking away from them.
Exactly.
That's what he's doing.
So that I just happened to be over here.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Willie, you're working on Valentine's Day. Do you guys do anything on Valentine's Day?
I doubt he'll do much. It's a Sunday. I mean, no football.
Yeah.
Maybe, we have a teenage girl who does not have a boyfriend in the house. So we'll just, hang out, watch a movie, something with her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's no real plans. We'll just see what I can throw red food dye in and go from there.
One of those is cancerous, right?
Yeah.
Is that red number 4?
Is it?
I don't know. You
Oh.
better look
What?
that up.
Isn't everything gives you.
You heard it here first, folks. Red number 4.
Happy Valentine's Day.
When you're here for comedy and real life issues.
Well, hey,
It's Bits
thank
and
you for
Pieces.
listening to the Bits and Pieces podcast. We will see you next week.
Michael Rosenbaum and his Smallville co-stars take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
We're going to watch every episode. Join us.
It's Big Talk.
You remember when I had to shave my head?
Oh, I think I was angry with this one.
On Smallville.
Yeah, I get it.
The scene you did, and this is the one that got me fired. Okay.
What?
Here we go.
I love the excursions with me and Welling.
It's everything that Superman stands for.
It's Talkville.
Talkville, we always talk about it. It's a great thing.
The Smallville Rewatch Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.